All right. I am so excited, so honored to have Natasha Bray here on the Move Happy Movement podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
It's great to be here. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. For those that, aren't connected to you, haven't heard your story yet, you and I connected through a mindset group on Facebook, and we've just been following each other's journey over the last couple years now. I'm really excited to see how much you've grown. Your business has grown. You're phenomenal just at helping business owners transform their mindset, transform their trajectories in their finances, and really bringing healing. So why don't you share a little bit about your story, like maybe from the starting to what you're doing now and what you're excited about in your future?
Sure. Yeah. It's been a crazy journey over these last couple of years, as you will have seen. So really, it's hard to decide where to begin, but I've been in business over 6 years now, and there was what I call my it's now or never moment when I think it was almost 3 years ago, I was signed off my social work career role with postnatal depression and stress, and I had a business on the side at the time, but it wasn't sort of successful enough at that point to replace an income with. But loads of things happened at once. I guess the universe was playing a role in pushing me in the right direction, where I was signed off work, my relationship broke down, and I just moved home. So like it was 3 really stressful events all at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was just that turning point for me. I had to decide, what was I going to do? Like, I needed to get well again for my son. So I handed in my notice and went all into my business. And what happened was I went on this journey of healing myself. So really actually working on the things, past things like past traumas and experiences that were contributing to the difficulties I was having with postnatal depression, and really committing to getting better again for me and for my son. And what happened when I started to heal myself, totally unconnected to business, but my business just started to grow dramatically. So at that point, I was probably, I think it was around a 3K a month turnover average. And I had a mostly product-based business at the time, so it was not all profit, and that was like the start of 2018.
Okay.
So what happened then, as I started healing myself, like almost like a side effect, my business started to explode. And it sounds crazy to even say it. It sounds a bit unbelievable, but my business now turns over 6-figure months, not even 6-figure years, 6-figure months within
so
2.5 years.
So powerful.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And that, that healing that I did on myself, business women that I knew and networked with, they all saw my business dramatically grow. So they came to me saying, whatever you're doing, we want a piece of it,
Yeah.
So then I started applying the work to actually helping people achieve more success in their businesses through the deep healing on themselves. And that's my niche, kind of found me.
Yeah. I love that. Love that. Thank you for sharing that. And one of the pillars of Move Happy is all about mindset. In your opinion, do you think what you've learned in keeping that mindset is related to the healing, or are they two separate things? What are some strategies you've learned on keeping a positive mindset? I mean, you've been through a lot.
Yeah, I think mindset is so important, but it's being able to where possible work on the different levels of mindset. So we've got conscious mindset work, which I think more people are open to and do quite a lot of these days, like affirmations, positive thinking, journaling. And then we've got like what I would say is slightly deeper work, which is the subconscious mindset work. And that's a lot of what I do as well, helping people access that subconscious. I think both are important. It's really important to work on both, not just one or the other. So for me, you know, a daily part of my practice to keep my mindset positive is just a journaling in the morning, like a 5-minute journal. I am not somebody who has a lot of spare time, so something quick and easy, but it really does help. So I've got a journal. It's called the 5-minute journal. It actually, you just write a few things in there in the morning and in the evening, and it really helps almost like top and tail your day in a really positive way. And that journal, I actually first used that when I had postnatal depression, and it genuinely helped me to get better again when I was going through that really difficult period in my life. And I like to call it my magic journal now, because whatever I write in there seems to manifest and to come true. So so that's a good thing. Also, if you understand what the negative things you say to yourself are, so if you can catch what those negative thoughts that you say to yourself on a daily basis are, you can just start the rewiring process on that by writing down what the opposite positive is on a little post-it note and sticking that somewhere in your house that you're going to see it every day. So it could be your bathroom mirror, it could be on your desk, whether that's in work or at home, could be on your car wing mirror, so you see it every time you pull the wing mirror down. You know, it's just it doesn't take any effort from you, but over time it will start to rewire those negative thoughts. So I think like a big one that everyone struggles with is I'm not enough in some way, or I'm not good enough, I'm not attractive enough, I'm not successful enough, whatever it is. Everyone's got their not enough belief. So just the opposite of that, I am enough, or I am good enough, and having that somewhere you can see it every day can really help to start that process of changing that. I think one other thing that I really like to do, and not everybody will be open to this, I guess it depends on how spiritual or open-minded you are, but I like to also pull an oracle card each day. So just after I've done my 5-minute journal, I pull a card as well to give me like a positive message for the day ahead.
Love that. Those are great tips. Thank you for sharing that. And you mentioned, you know, as you started to grow and heal and started to grow your business exponentially, people started reaching out to you for that support. What are some of the strategies you've learned on building community for maybe other female entrepreneurs like yourself, or others that are maybe social workers looking to transition to their own consulting businesses?
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of building communities, I've built a couple of different communities for the different businesses that I've had. And I think one of the key things that has helped that is online networking. So obviously in-person networking has gone down a lot recently with recent world events, but online networking. So in groups where, you know, with other business women, because what I find as well, both from a personal and professional perspective, it's difficult, I think, sometimes when you have an online business or a business in general, and the family and friends around you don't always understand it, and it can feel like maybe there's not much support there. So it's great to meet other women or men who know what it's like. They genuinely know what it's like, and all the ups and downs that come along with a business, you know. So finding networks where you can make genuine friendships and connections, because it's that relationship, the relationship building side of things, that actually leads to a successful business. So as a side effect, then those people will become potential clients. They like your biggest supporters in your business. You know, it's a really great thing to do, to network online
Mm-hmm.
and build your community from a relationship perspective. But that is what will lead to clients and sales as well in the future.
Yeah, I 100% believe that, absolutely. And that's
Mm.
a great reminder too, because as we build our community, even if it's business related, it can really help contribute to our mental health and our happiness levels too.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah. I remember when I first went into the business full time and I wasn't really leaving the house much, as mother to a young son and
Yeah.
running an online business. And I'm an introvert, but I still felt a little bit like, oh, I'm starting to feel like this is affecting my mental health a little bit. I feel quite isolated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I ended up joining a local business networking group as well, where I could get out and meet other women again, because I
Hmm.
was realizing I'm a bit too isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when everything's up and running normally again, that's another great thing to get out and physically be in person with other people, especially if you're working online all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Great tips. Thank you for that. Third pillar of Move Happy is about movement. So,
Mm.
from a budget perspective, it started as a program in a psych hospital, and we had, no budget. So, with that in mind, what are some of your favorite ways to move your body that don't cost a lot?
Yeah, I like, one of my favorite things to do is to get out with my son, so
Mhm.
for a walk somewhere nice. So we have a favorite, like a river that we can go on a nice walk by. There's always some wild horses there as well.
Oh.
My son loves that. Or there's, like, I live in Wales in the UK, and there's lots of castle ruins dotted around.
Hmm.
So we will go for a walk to a castle and sort of have a little hide and seek, play around in the
Hmm.
ruins of the castle. I guess we're blessed in that way. But yeah, it's doing something with someone that I love. So you're kind of multitasking, and but getting some exercise and getting some quality time at the same time.
Love that. That's
And
beautiful.
it's completely free. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. So, what are you really excited about in your business that you'd like to share with our community?
Mhm. Well, there's been a lot of change in my business this year, but what I am really, really excited about is a new assessment that I brought out that helps people to identify
Hmm.
what their biggest success saboteur is.
Hmm.
So throughout my work, my personal journey and my work with clients, I noticed the same issues cropping up time and time again.
Hmm.
And then I sort of realized that these were actually archetypes that were affecting entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
So I put together an assessment to help people uncover the top saboteur archetype that's impacting on them. Um, and that I'm really excited about, because although it only takes a few minutes, like that awareness that it gives you is enough to create big change in itself,
Hmm.
and it's completely free to do as well. So um, if anybody wants to access that and get a massive, like, insight into what's going on in the inner world,
Uh-huh.
um, they can just head to my website and access that for free. The website is www.natashabray.co.uk.
Awesome. And I've taken it. It's a fun
Mm-hmm.
assessment. It's good to kind of get some insight on your where you're struggling, where you're kind of leaning towards so that you can, offset and make those adjustments as necessary. So
Yeah.
everybody needs to go straight to that website, connect with
Mm-hmm.
you, then sign up for your services if it makes sense for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you're interested in actually, working deeper on that, then I'm your girl for that.
Awesome, awesome. And then lastly, I'd love to close it out, with the silly question so our audience can kind of connect with you a little bit more on a personal level. You've shared a lot of personal stuff already.
Mm.
So when this whole COVID-19 thing figures itself out and you can go out and about with your family, where is a place you haven't been yet that you would love to take your son?
Mm. That is a Yeah, that question's thrown me. Where would I love to go that I haven't been yet? I think I would love to take him on a safari.
Ooh, fun.
He absolutely loves animals. He's told me he wants to be a vet now. So he's
Aw,
only 4, well, he's nearly 4, and he's already decided he wants to be a vet. So
good for him.
anything animals he loves. So.
That's awesome. That sounds like fun. I want to go too. Awesome. Well, thank you again so much for being on the show today. This has been awesome.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Anne.